let me tell you about this, okay? These folks are getting off easy. Anyone who's in the sound of my voice, the January 6th rioters are getting off easy. Privilege. Lawmakers from both sides of the political aisle have denounced the storming of the Capitol as an act of domestic terrorism. But 4 years after the insurrection, prosecutors have rarely asked judges to impose the harsh sentences that federal law recommends for defendants motivated by politics. It has a political motivation. What is that? It's the same type of charges for the man in New Orleans. It's the same type of charges for Oklahoma City. It's the same charges with the ism, terrorism. That's what it should be. But you guys are so concerned about, oh my gosh, from overseas and the foreign and the Muslims. What about the homegrown ones right in your backyard with the MAGA hats? Instead, even as some judges have publicly debated whether the charges against January 6 defendants qualify as crimes of terrorism, prosecutors have repeatedly pulled back on tougher sentences, citing unspecified facts and circumstances. The sentencing enhancement for terrorism crimes was created as a result of legislation Congress passed following the 1993 boom in the parking, I have to be careful of the algorithm, in the parking garage at the World Trade Center. The provision initially applied only to crimes linked to international T-word. But after the bombing of the after the boom of the Oklahoma City federal building in 1995, Congress moved to expand the enhancement to cover the T-word inspired purely by domestic causes. The biggest form of the T-word is domestic, homegrown, right-wing, radicalized, white nationalist, white men mostly. That is according to the head of the FBI, who is a Republican Donald Trump appointee, Christopher Wray. Terrorism-related language now includes federal criminal offenses calculated to influence or affect the conduct of government by intimidation or coercion, or to retaliate against government conduct. Sounds like it to me. Does it sound like it to you? Obviously, January 6th qualifies as domestic terrorism, and yet the DOJ is not prosecuting cases, by the way. Cases that way, I should say. And that is a big deal. Invoking those enhancements typically adds about 15 years in prison to defendants' recommended sentence, setting the minimum calculation at 17 and a half years. Merrick Garland, the Biden Justice Department, letting off January 6th insurrectionist terrorists with lower sentencing, lower charges. They should, the minimum of 17 and a half years. That's why I say they should rot in prison. But oh my God, they're being overcharged, and the Biden Justice Department is letting these people off easy. Do you think that a Trump Justice Department would have done that for Black and brown people if they were Democrats doing the same thing? White privilege again, once again. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. And people are afraid to say that. That's exactly what this is. But somehow, people of a certain hue can do things, and it's not considered unpatriotic. It's not considered the T word. It's not considered treason. I'm going to play a short timeline. I'm going to play some of it on what happened on that day because I want you to know. I want you to watch it. I want you to watch it. Here it is.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch.
Yeah, this was organic, right? I'm not allowed. This is
It's
organic.
Gonna happen. Something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! We are on your side. Don't make us go against you. Understand the side. Pick a side. These are our streets.
$20 a picture.
I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people. Mike Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Cruiser 50, it does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
We love Trump! 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 We love Trump!
Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
Remember, Mike Pence is an evangelical that they chose to be on the ticket to win over evangelicals, and now all of a sudden they said that he was a traitor and they wanted to hang him. January 6th. Oh, this is not. Look at 12:54 p.m. This is peace. This is supposed to be a peace circle. This is what they call a peace circle. Look at this. How peaceful is this? Is this peaceful to you? Tell me you think this is peaceful. Now imagine if these were black and brown people. Remember how Fox News and all of those, they had the invasions coming across the border, right? Pictures like this of people walking towards the southern border. Now imagine if this were black and brown people, what would happen? It would not be, oh, look how peaceful this is. Look at this walk in the park.
Madam Speaker.
If you're joining us on, I see you guys on the TikTok. We're on YT. You can see all of it with a timeline on the tube. At 1 p.m., they tried to come in to certify the election. And guess what was happening outside? Police officers were being beaten to within an inch of their lives by MAGA idiots.
Declaring it a riot.
Oh, look, breaking through barricades. Oh, peaceful.
They're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
Walk in the park. We're playing it all out for you. We're on the tube, on YT, if you want to join us. But make sure you smash the screen here. Yes, this is live. Someone who asked on YouTube, on TikTok. 206. Oh, look, women in the crowd. Oh, look at them. Throwing objects at police officers. Traffic cones, flags. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for pinning it to the top. That's where you go if you want to watch this live. Look, oh, they're breaking into the Capitol. They're breaking the windows, and they have shields.
We have a breach of the Capitol. Breach of the Capitol.
Breach of the Capitol.
Be advised, they're requesting additional resources on the east side as they've broken into that window and they're trying to kick it in.
Oh, they're trying to kick it in. These are peaceful. Oh, they were being ushered in, but they had to break windows.
Without objection, the chair declares the House in recess pursuant to Clause 12B of Rule 1.
The House had to recess at 2:18 p.m. because of this. Donald Trump tweeting, Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution. Not saying, stop it. He's tweeting out, encouraging them. Yes, is this the day of love? They want to ask, they're asking to bring out Pence so they can do what? They're trying to hang him. There's a gallows out there. Look, there's a gallows. There's a noose. Now, where do they get that noose idea? Isn't it interesting? Oh, especially white people, let's be honest, always want to hang people. Anybody else get the notion? Never heard a black person saying, I want to hang somebody. Now, let's be honest. Have you? Why do they always want to hang people? What is with that? The history of lynching in this country? That's their comfort zone. Now, whose house? Our house. Why? The election was completely legitimate by every court in the land, including the highest court, which is a conservative court, the Supreme Court. And yet and still, Donald Trump and MAGA, Donald Trump is lying to MAGA, and they are buying it because they are what? Cultists. Doug, whatever. No, I did not. Get your facts straight. You guys are so ignorant. People are so ignorant. The MAGA people are so ignorant about facts. And lately, not like Republicans in general, but especially the MAGA folks, you guys are just dumb. Now they're beating up police officers. This is Michael Fanone, officer. That's his body cam.
They're all walking over now through the tunnels.
Being beaten up. Had a heart attack. Samantha Pruitt says, white privilege being shown at its best. Shaking my head. This is true.
We need to hold the doors of the Capitol.
Look at him. Oh, look. In a fight with a police officer. Back the blue, MAGA. Idiots fighting police officers. Yet they back the blue. It's all hypocrisy and lies. Oh, look how they're kicking this police officer's ass. Oh, my gosh. Poor officer. So much anger and hate in their hearts. Why is that? Because they think that they should be what? Prioritize and be the preeminent voice. That is supremacy. And they are white. White supremacy. That's what this is. That's what Donald Trump is playing on. Their fears that they, just like anybody else, have to have an equal station in America. They want to be prioritized. Our house. Imagine the privilege of that. Imagine the entitlement of that. Now, seriously, as I look at this, imagine if these were black and brown people. Now they're going into House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office. So they want you to think.
Capitol Police is going to start moving their resources inside.
Oh, did you see him throwing garbage cans at police officers? Now they want you to think, they want you to forget about this every year, but we're going to remind them every year of their own violence and barbary and how uncivil they acted. Thank you, 32 Antoine. They have no way out. They have no way out, officers were saying. I can't believe today Congress is going to certify the election of a president that was involved in an insurrection, asking for 11,780 votes. Fake elector scheme. Hasn't conceded to this day. Scary times. This is true.
It's up to us people now, the American people. What are you ready to do? One more time. What are you ready to do? And whatever it takes, I'll lay my life down if it takes.
That's how people have been brainwashed. Give me a little more volume, Andy, if you have it on the screen. We're coming in. Aren't these the people, F you, they're saying to police? Aren't these the people who say, hey, why didn't they just comply? Why aren't they complying with police officers here? It's the hypocrisy. Why aren't they complying with police officers? You tell me. Because they don't think that they have to? Officer down. Do not forget about this, people. Nothing but white supremacy. I can't watch again. Peggy McGeary, you have to watch.
They were peaceful people. These were great people.
Donald Trump, they're
The
peaceful.
crowd was unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love. The love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
How could Trump look at this footage and still say that it was a day of peace? He's delusional. They're delusional. I agree with you. How could this person be president again? This is the vice president of the United States saying that there's a constitutional duty. And this is why Democrats are different in this moment than Republicans. Here it is.
Peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. As much as any other principle, it is what distinguishes our system of government from monarchy or tyranny. Today at the United States Capitol, I will perform my constitutional duty as Vice President of the United States to certify the results of the 2024 election. This duty is a sacred obligation, one I will uphold, guided by love of country, loyalty to our Constitution, and my unwavering faith in the American people. As we have seen, our democracy can be fragile, and it is up to then each one of us to stand up for our most cherished principles and to make sure that in America, our government always remains of the people, by the people, and for the people. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Wow. American patriot, vice president of the United States, doing the right thing, as Mike Pence did, as a matter of fact, back in January of 2020. Same thing. He did his patriotic duty and the duty that he was supposed to do as the vice president of the United States. And now Vice President Kamala Harris is going to do the same thing today. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.